What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Von Andretti, and I'm back with another video today. Today we are covering another 2025 release. We are covering Lil Baby's most recent album drop, Who Hard As Me, shortened to Wham. It was a 3-year break from Lil Baby. We hadn't heard from him since the 2022 release of It's Only Me. In my personal opinion, I didn't really like the record we got before Wham. I did see some opportunity here for Lil Baby to kind of redeem himself. If you look at Lil Baby's history in the 20s decade, we get a classic, certified classic in My Turn. Then I felt like we got a drop off going into It's Only Me, and then we're gonna get right into where the trajectory went with Wham. Looking at Wham, pretty decent album. We were working with about 15 tracks here, 41 minutes of runtime. Rather short project, but there is some very bright moments on this album in comparison to It's Only Me. Of course, we get the return of Young Thug. This album did have the first verse from Young Thug since being released from jail. You know, he was fighting a RICO, was charged back in 2022, released in late 24. His first verse back is on that Dumb and Dumber, him, Baby, Future. I do think that is one of the top 5 songs on this record. Looking at that song specifically, I'm willing to give the verse of that song to Young Thug or Future. It's not a bad thing that Baby got wiped on that track. Young Thug had a point to prove. He had to rap like arenas do. Future has been in a different bag for the past pretty much this decade. Future been coming with that fire pretty much all decade. So not really surprised Baby didn't have the best verse on that song. It's okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Looking at this thing, I did feel like there was a couple of tracks that we could have went without. If I had to give you my bottom 3 tracks on this album, 100% Say Twin. That shit is ass. That shit is garbage. I would say Twin stuff, unfortunately. Only reason why I say unfortunately is because I am a Travis Scott fan myself. So I was very curious to hear what that collab was going to sound like, and it didn't really move me. It's a meh song at best. It's all right. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing earth-shattering, nothing with classic written on it. But it's an all right song. I do feel like the album could have went without it, and then I might catch some flack for this, but I really don't like Fuck You Twice. Or F You Twice. I feel like some of these songs were attempts at either a hit or a TikTok type of trend. F You Twice is definitely one of those, in my opinion. I do think that he was trying to cater to the internet with that one. I do think that was supposed to be an internet banger. It was supposed to go up on TikTok. Fortunately, it did not. But those would be my bottom 3. If I had to give you my top 3 tracks off this one, 100%, So Sorry. So Sorry is my favorite song off this record. My number 2 would be Dumb and Dumber. And then my number 3 would be By Myself, the track with Rilo Rodriguez and Rod Wave. Big Rod Wave fan, not really the biggest of Rilo, but everybody contributed and, in fact, did their part on that song. Do think that is also one of the big highlights of this record as well. If I had to give Wham a rating out of 10, I would give it about a 7. At highest, 7.5. I didn't feel like it was quite in that 8 trajectory. Again, couple of songs that are same old Lil Baby flow, and it's not that I'm necessarily against that. You know, if it ain't broke, you don't gotta fix it. But if the beat ain't beaten, something got to give. Either you come with a new flow, new style, or you can keep the same style but hard production. And that's a formula that I feel would work in music, especially in hip hop. You know, fans tend to get tired of hearing the same old flow over and over again, especially if the beat behind that same old flow is basura. Like if you hopping on a garbage ass beat with the same old flow, not really gonna move the masses. This is more than likely something we've already heard. You know, that would be my biggest complaint is production kind of got lackluster at times on the record, and then the flow never really changed throughout the record. But I don't feel like this was mid. I just feel like it's an okay album. I wouldn't throw the mid word around. I think we do need to do away with that word when we talk about music. Average. I would say it's average. But I will say, you know, when he wrote this album out, he did say that we should get another album, Dominique, which would be a little bit more personal. Sometime this month. We are in February. We are approximately 18 days in, 19 days in, and Lil Baby is nowhere to be found. But I will keep my eyes peeled for the release of Dominique, and I will get that review out to you guys. Got a short one here today. Do appreciate you guys rocking with me, checking in, listening to my review of Who Hard Is Me, Wham, the most recent release by Lil Baby. Might be back today. Might have another one for you guys. Schedule a little different today. I'm not really working, so I do have a bit of freedom. So stay tuned. Stay on the lookout for me. I might drop another one for you guys, but I do appreciate you guys tuning into this one. That's all I got for today, and I'm out.